correlation between the two markets? I know you said you trade mostly Nasdaq, but you're always looking at that correlation.
Yeah, yeah, unless the day just shows that it's completely off, then I kind of just forget about it. If anything, sometimes you can even just fade that if you know that the markets aren't really correlated. There are times where if I see that the E is going up and I know today is the day where they're not really in sync, you can then just short the Nasdaq, and sometimes that's even worked out, right? So the trading with using correlations isn't like the holy grail. I'm not going to sit here and say like this is the best
Nothing
thing in the
is.
world. It's
Nothing
definitely
is.
something that's yeah, exactly. It's definitely something that's discretion, based, and you have to see like how it's reacting on the day, right? I feel like today the markets were pretty correlated, with the ES leading, and we're kind of seeing that here. But there are days where the NQ may be leading, or there are days where they're just not in sync at all. So it's definitely not a situation where the correlation is the final reason why I get into a trade. It's just a supporting reason.
Makes sense to me. Well, for whoever steps into the Thunderdome with Carlos, just understand you got some pretty good competition. If you're trading against this guy, Carlos has very succinct answers for anything, any questions, and a very clear-headed trader and patient as well, right? We were both talking about those longs. I tested it. You didn't. You'd be in the lead right now, up $235, just from sitting on your hands and letting your competition take themselves out here. So good stuff, Carlos.
I appreciate that, Jay. Appreciate that.
So I've seen a little bounce here at 750s in the Nasdaq, maybe holding up a little bit here. 4 points. Can we even call that a bounce? But we did stop the selling, maybe. Would I get back
Yeah,
into
we,
this
we
trade?
may we may be looking to get to touch the NQ VWAP. We're back at the VWAP in the ES. Again, ES looking much weaker than the NQ. NQ kind of gives it those little pops here and there, but it's looking like we want to break down and touch this NQ VWAP, which point of control is still overlapping with the VWAP slightly. Um, so that would be my next area if I want to take a buy, but this is a strong rejection from the highs. So, like you said earlier, buys may not be on the table anymore.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, that rejection up at 800s. That should have been a sign.
yeah,
Maybe
I
not that
think
they're
if
done for the day,
anything,
but that we needed a pullback. Go ahead, Carlos.
yeah, I think if anything, right now, depending on how we close and the next candle opens, I would actually be looking for a short down to this VWAP and point of control. But I would want to see a bounce at the new candle open. We have 30 seconds to the new 5 minute candle. If we get a bounce, um, closer to the 21 EMA that's right now at 760, I would be
Okay.
looking to take a short there and see if
Moving
then we
against
can
it.
touch this VWAP. Yeah, but right now it seems like we're just kind of just going down. The ES broke its VWAP. NQ is just a few points away, and right there I think we got a
737s.
touch. So pretty much did it without the pullback.
Interesting. Carlos, we got a question here from Edward. And throw it to both of us. Do you or did you ever have days where you open a live trade and you just find out that you don't have the stomach for being in the markets for the day? Where maybe you were talking before about knowing who you are, knowing that you're in the right mindset. You ever step into the markets one day and you're just like, I don't have it today?
Yeah, definitely. There, and I find that most of the time it's probably due to outside factors,
Right.
whether it just be stress from work or something to that effect. But yeah, there are definitely days where even just like reading the market, right? Like not even taking a trade, I just feel off, right? Like I feel off in the way I'm thinking and what I'm seeing. And
Right.
sometimes I've listened to that, and other times I've just ignored it, right? Because as traders, I think we always just think that we have to take trades every day and we have to be in the
Yep.
market just because the market's open. Um, and it's definitely bitten me in the butt where I knew I felt off and I gave myself too long of a leash. Right. I'm never against giving yourself a chance, but I think you just have to know when to keep that leash tight and when to let yourself go. Um, yeah, definitely. I think it's just like anything else, right? And anything else you do in life, there are days where you feel like doing it and days where you don't, or there's days you feel good about it and there's days you don't feel good about it. Trading is
Yep.
definitely the same. Um, I just think when you feel that, then keep your leash tight, give yourself the chance, right? Because you can still have a good day. Um, but keep your leash tight and don't feel bad if it means that you don't take a trade or you just um, keep your profits right from earlier.
100%. And yeah, for me, I realize it now as well, right? It's just like, hey, maybe I'm not reading it right, or like Carlos said, it could be something outside. I didn't sleep well, or I didn't get a workout in, or whatever it is. I'm conscious of it, and also, We're starting a new season of VIPs. Talking to some of the VIPs about knowing what your high quality setups look like, and then if we really understand what a high quality setup is, unless you're scalping for 10 points in the Nasdaq, you're probably not going to get it every day, right? So, maybe building into your schedule some days where you may not place a trade. I might look at the markets all day and not do anything, and that's okay, because more often than not, if I'm just clicking a button randomly, it's probably costing me money, more so than it is making me money. So, just be conscious of that. Bounce. Jake says bounce. I'm long in the ES. Uh, Chat. What are you guys in right now? Anybody else in a trade? Let us know. And Carlos, of course, if you take anything, let me know.
Yeah, and I think you say this a lot too. You know, at the end of the day, someone would love to be in your position, right? If you're flat on the day, there's a trader that would love to just be flat on the day, right? So
Yeah,
again,
for sure.
don't underappreciate those days where you're just flat or even just up, a little bit. There's definitely traders out there that would love to be in your shoes.
100%. Carlos, you seem like a very nice person, like just like a good guy, right? Overall. But the Thunderdome is supposed to be about competition. Did you plan any trash talk for your opponent? Or were you just going to let the numbers speak for themselves?
Um, I'm definitely even when I competed back in the day and the stuff I did. I'm not the type to trash talk initially. I definitely let my performance and let's say in this case numbers speak for themselves. The only time I'll really get into trash talk is if the other person is just coming with that cockiness or um, that ego. Then I enjoy
Oh,
proving them
yeah.
wrong and letting them hear
Yeah.
it. But but yeah, no,
I'm very much the
I
same way.
yeah, if my opponents show humility and just whatever, then I reciprocate. But I'm also not afraid to get into it.
Got you. Got you. Yeah, I hear you. I'm the same way. I play basketball a lot now, and I never talk. Right, I'm just like, okay, I'll just play. But the minute someone else is on the court talking, I can't stop at that point. Right, it's just like, okay,
Yeah,
now you just triggered something that is just like, now I'm just gonna be an asshole the entire time. But
exactly,
it's what makes competition fun. Uh, yeah,
definitely. I
that
mean,
that
I know
losing
like
trade that I took. Go ahead, Carlos.
I was gonna say. I mean, I don't know if anyone in chat has done this right. I used to compete in Call of Duty, like in
Okay.
esports, in several games, but mostly Call of Duty. And there's a lot of trash talking Call of Duty, but it was always the best feeling in the world. Just shutting them up, whether it was just beating them, right, or just constantly like just being on them, right. Every time you got them, it was like you let them know. They would get so mad, and
Yeah.
most of the time, we were young, right? We were young doing that, but yeah,
Right.
it's the best feeling in the world. Is kind of like egging them on, right? When you have their number and they were talking so much trash, is egging them on constantly. It's the best feeling.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see what we got here. Nasdaq is trading around that VWAP. What is that price? 23,738. We did see that low of the move there. S&Ps below VWAP, kind of right at VWAP right now, 64.17. Um, Flat tilt across the board. Let's see what we get throughout the rest of the day. That buying up at those highs, that buying getting absorbed up at those highs. I don't know, just feels like a move that's continuing to build to make that all-time high. It's just the timing of it. When does it happen? Uh,
Yeah,
we just needed a bigger pullback. I think I bought off of a 25-point pullback, which was fine. But 50-point pullback looked like the real move. I'm thinking about whether or not I want to get back into this trade. We got about 10 minutes left in this segment. And am I on TV for the rest of the day? I got to check the schedule. Speaking of the schedule, let's talk about who we have coming up on the schedule for the rest of the day. As soon as I click into the right form, we got JD and Jack doing the morning recap, and then Coach Vince is coming up with JD and Aho. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Uh, Coach Vince in the chat just said, normally I don't diddle in the middle, but looking to see if we get continuation. Don't try this at home. Remember, anything we say on this show or in the chat or any of our coaches is for educational purposes only, not for any type of investment advice. And as you can see, we're going to put risk behind our ideas.
Yeah.
So, uh, you know, we're going to take the trades, but that doesn't mean you should. Hopefully, what you're getting from any of this is how someone gets to making a decision. Uh, Trip JS, nice no trade. Yeah. So in hindsight, that trade was absolutely a short. Um, Clearly, because the market went down 50 points, but there was a pretty clean short setup up at those highs. But when you ignore what the market is saying, you pay for it. You pay for it. Carlos, did you take any like classes or anything like that to get to this point of your trading? Or are you all self taught? Combination of both.
Um, Self-taught. I never paid for any courses. I never did any of that from any influencers. Just it was straight passion. I think when I was
Yeah,
younger and even leading into futures trading, it was just straight passion, and I was just losing every day. But it was just the potential, knowing what is the potential, right, of trading, and what uh, it can provide, right? The freedom, not only monetarily but time wise, right? Wanting to be with family and actually experiencing life. That's what kept me going, and that's what still continues to keep me going, because trading doesn't get any easier, right? Even though you know what you're doing now, you have a set strategy, you know where you're supposed to be mentally. It doesn't get any easier, right? You still got to show up every day and be that person. But that fire and that passion is what's going to keep you going through the lows, through the highs. Um, but it was mostly just self taught. Looking videos up on YouTube, my own experience, just screen time. I'm a big proponent on screen time. I think that's one of the biggest things that can contribute to trading success is just your screen time. There are so many times where I just look at the charts and I feel like I have an idea of what's going to happen, even just subconsciously, just because I've seen this happen so many times, right? I mean, I've been showing up every day for the past 5 years looking at the same chart. Sometimes you just start to realize things just even just subconsciously. Um,
absolutely,
so I just think it's very important, but not to also knock the people who do buy courses and stuff, because I do believe that there is value in some of them, right? Some of them are just trying to be a quick money grab, but um, you just got to find someone you trust, right? Find someone that has verified results and go from
for
there.
sure. For sure. Or stick here at Top Step TV. We got a bunch of coaches, bring on different personalities.
Exactly.
What I really love about this show in general is that we have so many different traders come on, like a bunch of different methods. We had Travis on last week. And his first episode, his first segment on with Andre. Andre asked him if he paid attention to any news. And he's just like, I don't pay attention to any of that. Like, Travis was saying some words that I don't think I've ever heard. I thought he was making them up. Um, but he's a live trader, so at the end of the day, regardless of what words you're using, the numbers make sense, right? So I think what this show shows me all the time is that there are a bunch of ways to approach the markets. There is no right or wrong way. And anytime I actually hear somebody say, "Hey, that's the wrong way to do it," tells me a lot more about them as a trader than it does anything else, right? Because if you think that there's one way, uh, I got news for you. There's a ton of different ways to do it.
Yeah.
Carlos, any messages you have for whoever your opponent might be in the Thunderdome for the rest of the week?
Well, listen, whoever comes to show me now, we have a short week, right? So the pressure's on. I'm not gonna go easy on you. I'm gonna trade the way I need to trade and be in the markets and try to win this competition, right? So if you're gonna step in with
Absolutely.
me, you have to be ready. You gotta be ready. That's all I'm gonna say. Gotta be ready.
Carlos is ready to go. Speaking of ready to go, we are going to go ahead and get ready to go into our next segment. We got JD and Jack coming up with the morning recap. They'll cover the trades that we took this morning in the house account. Shout out to Doom also holding on to that long from 727 in the Nasdaq. That was not an easy trade. We chopped around for a while, but ultimately got to your profit target. And then after that, we have Coach Vince, JD, and a first-time guest. I hope the name is Ajo. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. I'll find out in a couple minutes. Joining us for Lunchbox Trading. Carlos, thanks for hanging out. We will see you through the rest of the week. Chat, remember, voting in the Thunderdome is going to start as soon as we get a challenger in here for Carlos. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll see you soon. Let's go.
See you guys.
Good noon exactly, everybody. Welcome to the morning recap. Hoag's resting a bit. So me and JD are going to talk through this real quick, starting with the opening call trades. JD, what do you guys do this morning?
Yeah, we took a couple of trades during the opening call. First, we polled the chat to see what time frame we should be looking at: 1 minute, 3 minute, or 5 minute.
Let me
The
guess.
consensus was, take a guess.
The longest one. 5 minutes,
Of
right?
course,
Okay.
it was
just
the
checking.
5 minute. Actually, it didn't matter what time frame we would have taken on this trade. The 1 minute triggered a long, 3 minute triggered a long, and the 5 minute triggered a short. Any time frame you would have taken would have been stopped out. But we did take the short. We covered a couple when we got close to, here's 720 bar right here. That's when we got started, 7:20 a.m. Central Time. Triggered into a short. We peeled a couple off down at 3,400, just above last week's high. Last week's high, 33.97.90 in gold. We peeled a couple off there, kept 3 on for a runner. As Coach Jay and Hoag were talking through the charts, gold just started ripping higher. The volume was pretty strong too. Right on this 7:30 a.m. 5-minute bar, you see big volume spike, reversal candle. So we opted to cover the other 3 early, and we ended up just scratching the trade, which was a good out because ultimately we would have been stopped out of this trade. And then we just went on to drift sideways. That's what happened in gold this morning. And crude oil, once again, we pulled the chat. Guess what time frame they chose?
The longest?
It's
If we put an hour, they would choose an hour for sure.
true. It's true. Got to figure out a new process, a new system for doing that. But anyway, all 3 time frames, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, all triggered long trades. You see, we got into this crude trade. Took a little while to what happened to my, I lost my arrow.
While you're looking for that, JD, I'm going to close the door. I haven't been following the Powell advice lately.
Anyway, we took the long trade. It went sideways for a little while. We got about 10 ticks into it, never much more than that. And then the old crude oil head fake turned around and ran right through our stop. The risk was pretty tight, though. Opening range wasn't very wide. We only took about $150 worth of risk on it. After we got tagged out on that, total house account on my end was down $158. And crude has kind of gone sideways ever since, too. That was it for our opening range trades. Sort of a quiet, slow start to the week, but down $158 on 2 trades. Not horrible.
JD, somebody asked if me and you were related. We are not related. JD is related to other Jack, his father.
Yes.
Just wanted to clarify
Coach
that.
Jake Sr.
Yes. I saw the man in the flesh. It was the highlight of my whole weekend. Indeed. All right. We can flip over. Yeah.
He is not AI.
And Hoag's fine. Yeah, he is not AI. Couldn't make that an AI. As we flip over to my charts here, we'll take a look at what happened in fast markets. Doom came in long a couple of MES. Actually held at the entirety of fast markets. He added a little down here as far as other trades. Chike got short at 64.19. I joined him. He's sometimes a little bit mysterious with what he's thinking. He keeps the sauce guarded closely. I kind of like the short there too because 6,400 SPX is up in this area, which has acted as a decent backstop. We took it right here, 64.19. We pushed through what were then the lows of the day. This 64.08 area was a level I was looking to buy earlier. So I said, hey, why not cover? So we took 11 points on that. That was the only house account trade we took. So we're flat up 547 in this account. Right after we got off air, I believe Doom added a couple down in this area as well. And right after we got off air, off to the races, went through that 6,400 SPX level, tested it out. Market didn't like it. We sold back off. So I do not know how Chike managed that trade, but I presume Doom did pretty well. We'll have to talk to him. He'll be around later. And those are all the trades we took so far in the house account during fast markets. So that's about it, JD. Any final words?
Nope, that is it. Looking forward to the next segment. We got Fun and Trader Ajo coming on next. He was a student of Coach Vince's. Vince will be here also. So we've got an exciting teacher-pupil, teacher-student dynamic coming up next in Lunchbox Trading. So looking forward to talking with these guys.
The Socrates of Philadelphia in the house. Yeah. So we'll take a quick break to get them in here. This is Top Step TV. Let's go.
And an even quarter bid, half bid, the orders bid, even bid. Now I'm a seller. Quarter, half, the orders, and even.
Good afternoon, friends and traders. Welcome back to Top Step TV. This is Lunchbox Trading, and we've got a real special treat for you today. You see over there on the right, Coach Vince, head coach of the Market Makers Top Step VIP experience. And in the middle, we have funded trader Ajo joining us live from India today. Ajo is also a pupil of Coach Vince's. He was on the Market Makers Season 2 VIP squad. Welcome to Top Step TV, Ajo. How are you feeling today? What time is it in your area right now?
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much. So it's been almost 10:40 night. It's a
10:40.
good time to live. Yeah, 10:40.
Nice.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us, Ajo. Looking forward to digging in and talking about your strategies. Coach Vince, how are you feeling this afternoon? You got some trades on? What are you looking at?
Yeah, right now I'm feeling all right. Long the NASDAQ, just in a combine right now. Trying some sort of like wash the long type of a trade, trying to develop some sort of strategy here. So we're going to see how this plays out today, JV. But I'm excited to have
Good.
Ajo on the line with us here. This is awesome. Glad that you're able to join us, share your experience through the VIP.
Absolutely.
Yes,
guys,
yes, we'll
absolutely.
dig in just a moment. Real quick though, Vince, what price are you long from? How many you got on? You got
So in this
One
particular account, I'm long from 748, so 23,748, long one E-mini NASDAQ. I'm long 45. I'm in a better spot in a different account, but 48's in this one.
Got it. Coach Vince, long one NQ 23748. All right, Ajo. First of all, whenever we have a new guest on Top Step TV, we have to ask the question: how did you find Top Step, and how did Top Step find you? What's the backstory? What is the Ajo origin story? How'd you get into trading? Tell us everything.
That's I came to know about Top Step very late. I'm regret of that one actually. So earlier I started my career of trading with Indian market options. So I think recently Jack had a story about Janney Street where they manipulated the market. I used to see premiums pumping from 100 percentage to 2000 percentage, just from 1 rupee to even 100 rupee, 200 rupees. Premiums were jumping so much, and it was manipulated like anything. So we were most of the traders were forced to move to forex or some other places. So then I moved to the CFD places. CFD was actually there were spread and the you know very well the rules are very tough over there. Okay, you make something you and it doesn't come to you. So the rules were very tough. Then I came to know about Top Step from a Instagram post. Okay, from there I researched on Top Step. Then I came to know there. I just went to your FAQ. Just like there is no much rules. I mean, like you trade the money, you make the money, you take the money, and I felt like you're making the traders real traders, not like gamblers or anybody. You wanted to be people successful. That's what I was amazed to see that, and the potential for prop firms in India is amazing, and people still doesn't know about Top Step. So wherever I came across my people, or I have few friends trading like maybe 40, 50 people. So we have a group. So I actually tell them, we just try Top Step. That's one of the best platform over there, giving you the facility to actually look into the better trader person, something like that. And when I had the VIP coaching, that was a different scenario. I want to explain more about that. Yeah, that's how I found the Top Step.
Excellent. So sort of that options FX to futures path. That's very common, very common, very common relatable path that a lot of traders take. Glad you found Top Step. I'm happy to hear that you've got a nice group, 40 or 50 traders all working together. Are you guys in Discord all day? How do you guys communicate?
So we do have a Discord channel. We communicate over there also, and we have WhatsApp groups where we communicate the groups like trades. We discuss on the charts. Everything goes on.
Very cool. Very cool. If you guys didn't know, we've got hundreds of thousands of traders in the Top Step Discord right now. Whatever you're looking for, you'll probably find it in there. All right, Coach Vince.
So all
I
my
know you've got some questions.
Yeah. So
Vince, yeah, I'm going to turn it over to you for a couple of minutes. Fire away. I know you've got some questions for Ajo, so let's
absolutely.
talk through it.
Yeah, so we're out of that trade, down 255.
Yeah.
All right, so so I do have some questions. So, what challenges were you facing, before coming into the VIP program?
see, I was in assumption that we could able to make it in 2 days, and I was online. So that was not the real way to trade. Then I blew many accounts. I was financially struggling at last year, like 2020, bit struggle. So from there, we learned so much, and I think February, March, that was the time we got the VIP. See, I'll just tell you that I have taken few courses from multiple people, even from abroad and even from India also. So those people, not the way got the coaching from Coach Wins. It was just even though we paid for that, it was not the worth things what we got. But what you provided in the VIP was marvelous. That the experience was. I can't say anything more than this. So
Awesome.
it made me in a such a way that there are people to help you trade. So earlier, a trader majorly faces the problem like nobody is there to help him, nobody is there to talk to him. So you know what? I'm watching Top Step TV from last 6 to 7 months, and it was like a family to me. Like I watch all the day. You guys in the fast market till for me it's like 3 4 hours I used to watch. So it's like a family to me. That's it. I know all of you. When I came to the green room, I'm seeing people whom I see daily.
Who's your favorite? We got to ask. I got to know, who is your favorite character here on Top
No, I
Step
don't have a
TV?
bias. I don't have a bias to anybody.
I wouldn't have let you answer. I would have interrupted you before you answered anyway. But yeah, obviously I'm my favorite person, and I'm joking, of course.
So,
I
like, what was
wanna
your first
clear-
impression when you first came into the coaching program, Ajo?
See, as I told you, I have taken few courses and it was being paid by me. And the VIP process was free of cost. And the effort being taken by coach was I can't say that the person who takes this much effort for training people free of cost is unbelievable. Okay, I've seen coach messaging in the group, please come online. So we used to. I mean, I want to give a shout out to my team. I remember few names: Push, Manko, Maven. All those people sharing their knowledge was like a hell of a thing. Okay, uh, it was it was just like a ridiculous experience for me. Okay, I never had an experience something like this. So the VIP actually changed my mindset towards the trading markets, and I'm very proud to say that I have taken out almost 6.6K from VIP, and which was a free of cost program for me. That was so much helping for me.
Awesome.
That's
So,
wonderful.
like,
Wonderful.
yeah, out of the VIPs, and that's amazing. So, like, out of the
Mhm.
things that we went over, like, what do you think is the biggest impact you've had on your development? Was it like the live coaching sessions, the trade reviews we were doing, mapping the markets out with volume profile, risk management rules? Like, what was your biggest impact, do you feel?
So the common group what we have in Discord, the top step. So there I used to see volume profile. So I did not know how that is been working. So I went into the YouTube and researched. So there are so many ways they are explaining, which was not catching for me. But when I had the coaching with the coach Wins, so he was explaining everything in detail that this is the way that works. So that helped me to understand a certain strategy that works in this way. That was amazing for me actually.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Very nice. I do want to clear something up in the chat. There was a question came in that said, asked if we allow groups to trade single accounts. When I was talking about group trading a few minutes ago, and Ajo in particular, you and your group of 40 or 50 people that get together and bounce ideas off of each other, I wasn't insinuating that there are 40, 50 people trading a single account. It's everybody with their own account, just getting together and sharing ideas. That's what we mean when we say a trading group. Hope that clears things up a
No,
little
it's
bit.
not. Yeah, it's not same account they trade. They have different account on
Yep.
their own. They develop their own things. We share the knowledge with them that this is what I'm looking into. This is what these people are looking into. They share the chart. A few people are good at gold, looking at gold. Few people are very good at S&P. Few people are very good at an NQ. And some people are looking into the NQ for the higher time frame, like 1 hour, 4 hour. And I don't hold my trades more than 5 minutes. I am a scalper. I just scalp at the point. I get accurate entries and I scalp and I exit. I'm trying to develop that skill which I can hold because I'm able to get the positions from the bottom or the exact reversal. So if I could be able to hold that position, I could be able to win more. I'm trying to develop that strategy. I don't think anybody would do holding one account with 50 people, and I don't think that will work for any firms.
It's not going to work anyway. You know how much money you'd have to
Yeah,
make it feasible for 50 people to share a single account?
correct. Correct.
But
And it
great
is
answer.
just
Thank you, Ajo.
yep. And
All right.
it's just 49. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead, please. Please continue.
No, it's just $49 for an account. So if anybody, I don't think people are not able to afford that money over here. So everybody will be able to take one account and trade themselves for sure.
Hmm. Well said. Well said. All right, Ajo, let's dig into your charts a little bit. We've got your screen up. We're sharing your charts, your Top Step X platform. You've got some lines drawn.
Okay.
You've got some, looks like a
And
VWAP
that's a top
possibly.
step
Walk
levels.
us through. Oh, Top Step daily levels. Perfect. Yeah. Talk us through your charts. What are you looking at when you go to put a trade on?
See, I have gone through many strategies, something like SMC, ICT, all those basic things and everything. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that my charts and the ideas which I share to anybody should be very common to understand, very easy to understand. So SMC, you go to SMC, it's like too many complicated things. ICT, you go, it's a little bit complicated things for the normal person to understand. So I wanted to make sure that it is very easy to understand. And I am a scalper. I am looking into the chart as a way that I'm scalping. Okay, I don't hold the trades more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So I have charts. You can see in the left corner it is S&P, and the next one is Nasdaq. And the next one is Nasdaq. Three charts are Nasdaq. So I have different time frames for the scalping. The first one is 1 minute. You have 5 minute here and 15 minute. See, I look into majorly FEGs and IFEGs along with 50 EMA and 200 EMA. So whenever market comes to a place where the reversal today, the NQ reversed from the level where S&P reversed in the weekly kickoff high. So that was top step level. I was not very sure that the top step level used to work. So then I applied and seen. So the level of settlement, the kickoff highs, the weekly kickoff highs, all those levels are working perfectly in the Nasdaq and S&P. So I was wondering how this is working. So then I did my analysis. It was working perfectly well for me along with my setup. So I majorly look into IFEGs and FEGs along with the EMAs.
Very good. Nice and simple. Nice, simple, and clean. I guess
Yep.
how long did it take you to come up with this system? Only looking at a couple of things and sort of basing your trades off of
See, when
keeping
you
it
make
simple. How long did it take you to come up to that to come to that realization that
so
sometimes less is more?
I used to have a chart where it is full of drawing. Okay, then I don't see the levels. So the going forward, whatever you learn or something like that, finally you come to price action or something like that. Okay, so you wanted to make sure your chart is clean to understand at least. So still I have some lines over here to understand. I see decoder chart, Uchi chart, all those people chart. I see that, and I wonder how do these people understand the market and move. That's their skill. So I'm developing something like that. Whether I can do something like that, but I understand looking at this EMS and the top step levels with along with the FEGs and IFEGs, it works fine for me. I'm trying to stick on for this last 3 to 4 months, and yeah, that's it.
Yep. And
Less
compare
is
yourself
more,
to guys
right?
like less is more. And trying to compare yourself to guys
Yeah,
like
correct.
Dakota. It's like that experience that how do you say? I suppose the maturity comes with screen time. The more you do it, the longer you do it, the better you get at it, and eventually it just becomes
Absolutely.
second nature. You sit down, you look at a chart. You don't need anything on the chart because you've seen that chart 1,000 times, and you kind of already know what you're looking for from the markets that day, and you trade accordingly. Coach Vince,
Yep.
it sounded like you just had a question. What's going on? What are you thinking
Yeah,
about?
so-
Are you back in the
Yeah,
market?
how many years have you been trading actually futures now? Like how long you been trading the futures market?
It's been almost 7 to 8 months now. From last
Okay.
December, I think from January, I got funded. From there, I might have taken something around 15 to 17K. That's it. So that's a good money for me, actually. Okay.
Sure.
That's a very decent amount. 7-8 months already profiting $17,000 in payouts. I'm looking at your trade reports right now. I just pulled them up. It's looking pretty good. You've been in this one XFA for 33 trading days with a 64% winning day rate.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, making some good moves.
So let me ask you. So how's your
No
mindset
complaints.
changed since going through the VIP program? Because I find that most traders that are coming in, there's a mindset switch, right? So have you noticed anything mindset wise?
Usually what happens, it's became a hobby that I have to trade every day, just before the VIP. And what happened just after that, when we have a bad day, I think coach had sent me a list where I can feel whether my emotional is okay or not. So I think Topstep is sharing that detail. So I look into
The
that,
emotional
and
trade.
if my things are exactly, if that doesn't goes well, and something happens to family, like you don't need to take a trade, and you are not feeling well, don't take the trade. Just avoid the day, because I blown multiple accounts on that day, and you don't stop it. Also, you never stop at that day. That day is the revenge day. It's always. So I'm trying to stop that all things. See, it's like I've seen people with a balance of live account balance, decode and all used to have a balance of 1 lakh or something more than that. They used to log the account when they are in a particular loss, or 1% or 2% loss. See, if it was me at that point of time with emotion, I would have stopped it. So that's what as a trader we need to develop. So I'm developing that skill right now. I know it's difficult to do it, but that's what I'm trying to do.
Nice.
Let's check back in on the markets here real quick, guys. Right now,
Yeah.
looking at the tilt, we've got the ES short 51%, the NQ short 56%, crude long 53%, and gold long 61%. Gold is about to settle for the day in just under a minute, about 30 seconds. We'll get settlement price established in gold. A little bit of housekeeping to do. Do you guys want to see some hot streaks?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
I've got some XFA hot streaks to show everybody. Here they are up at the top. Maxime was actually on this board for a long time, but had a little trouble putting together a string of $150 plus winning days. Finally did it, and is now at the top of the hot streaks list in the XFA account. 47 days of winners. Finally put together a string long enough to earn that payout. and now sitting at 47 days with 6,675
Wow.
bucks, trading the micro Nasdaq. $267 in profits on Friday for Maxime. Nice job. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, nice.
Next up,
47
we've
days
got
winning.
47 days is a long time for anything, right?
Absolutely.
Next up, as Maxime took over the top, Vi was on top on Friday. Vi is still there. 37 days or $12,302, made 227 bucks, trading the micro Nasdaq on Friday. Alexander P, 33 days were $17,764, trading the Nasdaq. Just about $300 in profits on Friday for Alexander. Cedric, 30-day heater, worth $12,542, 250 bucks, trading the micro Nasdaq on Friday. That was Cedric's Cedric's profit, $249. And then Mobbin, 30 days worth $15,699, trading the NQ, 350 bucks worth of profit for Mobbin on Friday. I'll drop back in a few minutes with some live funded trader hot streaks. But let's get back to these markets.
Range bound. We have a weak low though
Vince,
in the ES.
Did you say you're in another trade, Vince? Or no?
No, not yet. I'm looking. I was going to get long the ES at value low there, but we have a weak low, and so I didn't take it because of that. But right now, it would have been the right thing to do. It's pretty much we're range bound though in all these markets. We have CPI tomorrow, so I'm assuming markets might remain range bound for the rest of the day. But ACH, right?
Be quiet. ACH, anything can happen. So Ajo, you're a self-described scalp trader. You don't like hanging on to trades for too long. So does that mean you prefer when markets are sort of range bound going sideways, or do you prefer a one-directional trending market? What's your style when it comes to market conditions?
So as a scalper, I don't like one direction market because you take any resistance, it goes breaking and takes your SL. And I have many days something like that. Okay, and I have told my team also. It's like my friends also. It's like don't ever go against Nasdaq. If it is going to it's in the buying, just buy it and just don't sell it. Okay, because it's going to take you all the way. So I've seen the Nasdaq moving just like a crazy zombie markets. Okay, sometimes on Friday, it's like we used to call it as a zombie market, zombie rally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Correct.
Yeah,
absolutely. How are you experiencing these markets now? Because when we were in VIP, right, the markets were a little bit different at the time. Are you finding, that really volatile period was harder to trade than right now, or are you thinking? What do you think about the current market state we're in? Because it's a little
Coach,
bit
I
different,
think we
right?
had the toughest time in the. Yeah, definitely. We had the time in the VIP. Trump candles weather. Okay, the moves 100 points up and down. It's like crazy market at that time. I remember team were talking like Maven and all talking. Didn't look into any fundamental views. Just look into the X for the tweets and moves the market. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we had open range candles that were 150 points in the Nasdaq, right? It was kind of wild.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, how do you gauge your risk off that? That's wide.
Yeah,
I won't say excessive, but
and he did great in that
Just to
tough
reduce
market.
the-
So I mean, if you were able to make it through that market, you should be pretty good. You'd be pretty well off here.
Yeah.
I wanted to
How
ask
did
you
you,
this though.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Finish up, Vince.
Yeah, no. So I was just going to ask him, like, your approach to trading, like, your trading day. What's your approach now? Than going through VIP now than it was prior to VIP. So what do you do? Do you do anything different? Do you look at anything? Like what did anything change? If not, so like going into your
we
trading,
learned
right?
so
So
much.
before you went through the experience.
Okay, so we learned so much in the VIP. So what practically what I'm using right now, I look into my emotional whether it's the right condition to trade or not. Because I'm trading the XFAs now, I can't be like a normal trader. I have to be responsible for the money what I get. Okay, so I look into my emotion whether it's not feeling well. I get if I'm like $100 up, I just close the day and go on. So it's a very good improvement that a person can make over a VIP for sure.
Sure. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to trade every day, right? We always talked about that, and just saying, hey, we're here to take good trade opportunities, right? Calculated risk. If the markets aren't aligning with the strategy, we just don't trade, right? And that keeps us out of trouble in a lot of cases,
Exactly.
right? So I'm glad
Exactly.
that you're able to now gauge your emotions and know, hey, maybe it's not a good day to trade. Like I gave my own experience, when I lost my grandmother last year, I had the worst trading week of
Mhm.
my career, probably, because I thought by trading it was gonna, take away what was going on, but I just mentally I just wasn't there, right? And it ended up hurting my account for that week. So, and then another time it happened with one of my dogs that passed away. So these types of things you need to be able to journal it, review it, and know, like you're saying, when you should go in, when you shouldn't go in, and when you really need to step away. And even if you're on a losing streak, right, and you're feeling, you're beaten down and, you're just ready to throw in the towel, that's a time to just take a step back, right, and reevaluate, even if it's a couple of days, just to get your head back into the game so you can make, the right decisions. Because you can really get caught up in this fight,
Mhm.
right, with the market. And the market doesn't know us, doesn't care about us. Its only job is to facilitate trade, right? So, and it's us against ourselves, right? It's the person looking at in the mirror is who we're really trading against. So, even though we're all trading and, we're really trading against ourselves, right? Emotions play a big part in this whole thing, really do.
It's so
So I'm
Absolutely.
true. It's
glad
so true.
that's helped you. I'm glad that's helped you.
Yeah, coming to the markets distraction free with your head in the game is
Yep.
sounds cheesy and cliche, but it's such a benefit. I mean, if you can't focus on what you're doing when you're sitting in front of your charts, you probably shouldn't be sitting there, and it's a
Yeah.
good time to walk
Yep,
away.
for sure. For sure.
We do
The
have some
more
headlines
you are on
coming
the
out.
screen,
Hmm.
yep.
Go ahead, please,
No,
Ajo.
the more you are on the screen, yeah, the more you are on the screen, you just understand that your strategy doesn't give you just give you maybe 20 percentage. Okay, the 80
Hmm.
percentage goes to your emotional levels. Okay, so I give more priority to my emotional levels than strategy right now because it's more important now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's the truth. There's no substitute for screen time. We say it all the time here.
And a lot of
I
people
want to be
don't
better.
believe it when we talk about it. How important the emotion is behind the trading. And
Hmm.
that's why we go with that emotional trade journal, and it's helped me, right? I never did it before, and then when I started to do it, I started noticing a lot of patterns, and I'm like, oh, and it starts clicking, right? And then you get that emotional indicator, like your exponential moving averages or MACD, whatever it is, your own emotions if you're logging it. And Hogue will tell you about it too. He was given things to do by I think a psychologist or whatever. And in the beginning, he was kind of like, I don't want to do this, right? And then same thing with me. When he approached me with it, and I was like, here, try this out, and it's amazing, right? You just don't realize it until you do it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
All right, Ajo, let's talk about your experience in VIP, on your VIP team with Coach Vince. First, were you funded before you got into VIP? Have you been at the funded level before that?
Yeah, I was funded before that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just clearing it up. And then when you got into VIP, how long do you think did you earn a funded account through the VIP experience?
Yeah, within that period time only, I earned the XFA as well as I took
Hmm.
some payouts. Judy, if I remember, have seen some screenshot of the profits being taken by the people in the VIP. So I shared that screenshot to my coach and said that, coach, my profit was not showing over there. What is this? That time he told he'll get into the team.
Yeah, I
That's
think
pretty
that
funny.
one
That's pretty
time,
funny.
I think the stats were maybe a week behind at that point. I think JD,
Yeah.
because it wasn't
Maybe.
on the
Little,
board.
We did have a little crossover issue too. We had just released the new dashboard while season 2 of VIP was going on, and when traders were resetting accounts, they were going from old dashboard to new dashboard, so things were moving around, and then it got a little funky trying to track trader statistics between 2 different dashboards. We ended up we got all figured out for this season, so it's going to be a lot more clear when we're reporting on trader successes. But yeah, it got a little wonky towards the middle of season 2. We fixed it though. We fixed it. I apologize that happened, Ajo. I would have loved to report
That's
your
not a
profits.
problem.
Yeah.
So for that VIP, I was the only one applied. So after getting that VIP, I told my team that you wait for your time. Then when this season started, putting the forms, I told my team this is I am proud to say that 2 of my members already got this one VIP. I'm not sure which team they are in, but 2 of my
nice.
team member name is SK and Mr. Rasi have already got the VIP.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
If they're in the chat, if they're out here watching, show yourselves. Come on out. Say hello. Say hello to everybody.
I'm sure they will be
So
in the
good
chat.
question. We actually got a good question from the chat. A rare good question from the chat. I'm joking, chat. What is the most benefit that you saw from the VIP experience? What is your biggest takeaway from learning from Coach Vince? Is there something that you're still using to this day that you learned from VIP?
So as I mentioned earlier, the emotional trade journal that I am actually not using physically, but I'm using it for the time being. Then see how to be humble to somebody. See, he's a well-known coach, okay, and being humble to somebody and asking team to join on the call. I don't think that will be done by many of the coaches and all. But I'm very sure Coach Vincent, Vince is like it's a. I can't say anything more than that. It's like a very good experience for me in the VIP, definitely. And I'm sure the VIP team, all other team members or the coaches will have a good time on the VIP pre-season also. I want to be part of Coach Vince's team, but yeah, probably we'll have only one time experience. Yeah.
You're always alumni, right?
Yes, we have the Legacy Alumni Discord channel open.
Yeah.
You can go in there for as long as you want.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Sodbuster in the chat. You know I'm only joking.
So, and I got a question for you, Ajo. So, look.
Yes.
Go ahead, JD.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Vince.
Yeah, so, like looking back, right? What do you wish you have known about trading before you actually started trading? Is there anything that you would have wished you knew before, right?
It's like a lot of
they don't know anything.
It's a tough
right?
question.
Very tough question to answer. But yeah, see a few strategies. If I would have known earlier, I could able to do something on that part. And obviously, if that comes in a way that whether if you are emotionally set or not is up to the mark. Okay, you should be asking yourself whether you are emotionally fit to trade in that day, whether your strategy is perfect 100% or not. Whether if you are not emotionally fit to trade on that day, please do not trade. That's it.
Yeah.
Emotionally fit to trade on that day.
Yep. Right? Like if you don't get a good night's sleep, you're not thinking right, you're hungover, right? All these things affect us going into the day. So
it does, yeah. And just like we said, if exactly what Aju was saying. If you are not in the right frame of mind, if you're not there to focus, if you can't concentrate, if you have distractions in the background, it's probably not the best idea to try and get in the markets.
Exactly.
All right, guys, we have a little more housekeeping to do. You want to see some live funded trader hot streaks?
Yeah, let's do it.
You don't have a choice. Here they are. Here are the live funded trader hot streaks. We just did the XFAs. These are our live traders. Ali M, 6 days were $3,389. Picked up $224 trading the micro and NASDAQ on Friday. Ali at the top of the list right now. We had a couple traders that didn't trade on Friday, so they're excluded from the list today. But if they come back and continue their streaks, they'll be added back to the list. Thomas R. also on a 6-day runner worth $2,864. Picked up almost $500 trading the NASDAQ on Friday. Isaac R. Not the Isaac R. you're thinking of. 5 days worth $1,278 trading the micro NASDAQ. $235 in profits on Friday for Isaac. James T. He's been around for a couple days now. 5 days on this particular hot streak worth $5,707. Made. Did I write that down correctly? $3,069 trading the NQ on Friday. That is a big day for James T. And then Kang C. Also at 5 days worth $4,678 trading the NASDAQ. $1,217 in profit for Kang on Friday. Very nice day for some of these traders. These are all live funded traders again. Those are your hot streaks.
Nice. Very nice.
Ajo,
what's your favorite market?
So somewhat it's a range bound market, not a very trending market. I'm okay with range bound market.
And you like the commodity market better, or the indices, or what do you like the best
So
out of
I'm
all the markets?
see when I was trading in gold, sorry FX, I was actually looking into only the gold. And if there is any traders looking into the gold, there is a little good idea that you can trade in the gold. You look into the fair value gap. When that fair value gap is been filled by 90%, take the trade and keep the same candle low as your SL. That will be a good trade for you. But look into that for the higher time frame, like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 1 hour. That will be a very good trade. I'm not trading in London session as of now because I want to be. I'm going on some trading discipline. I want to trade only in the Nasdaq NQ time. Sorry, US time.
Okay.
So that's what I'm looking into.
What is it about the NASDAQ that attracts you?
Sorry?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jason.
Vince, what's your question again?
No, I was just asking,
ahead,
like,
ask your question
the
again.
U.S. hours. What time is it for him when he's trading the U.S. session? What are the hours for you where you are?
Yeah, for me it's like 7 p.m. to almost 9:30. For me in India.
That's not
Okay.
too bad. Not too bad.
I just saw some chats
Where you
going
at?
on. I'm from southern part of India. It's called Kerala.
Oh, I think someone took that guess in the chat. I saw that scroll by. They asked if you are
Yeah,
from
I just saw
that
that.
particular.
So I saw somebody mentioning that my dog passed away and my trading was bad. Yeah, absolutely, it will be. That's how you are so much attached.
We'll post a link for that emotional trading journal in the chat too. You guys can all take a look at it. It came from our good friend and mentor John Hoagland. We'll get that up there for you right away. All right, Ajo, you said you like trading in the NASDAQ now, almost exclusively in the NASDAQ. What is it about the NQ that's got you that itch to get in the market? Is it the wide swings? Is it because it moves fast? What do you like about that market?
It moves damn fast. Okay, as a scalper, you want that moment. You want to exit in 1 minute or 2 minutes. As long as fast you can exit, that's it.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. It gives you another chance to get in the market too. If you miss one trade, You're not sitting
Absolutely.
around waiting forever for the next trade. You can get in and out. A lot of people have.
I'm not gonna lie, JD. I've been dabbling with this Nasdaq too. I'm trying to develop some sort of, because I'm not mainly a Nasdaq trader, so I'm trying to develop a strategy, with this Nasdaq, because I do kind of like the way it moves. It's a little chaotic,
Yeah.
but sometimes when it gets on a train, man, that thing doesn't stop moving. So I get why
Yeah.
people like it. But sometimes it's just out of control, though. Really, it's like.
To be honest with you, personally, when I watch the Nasdaq, I rarely look at the chart. I'm just reading the tape. I'm looking at the dome, picking out patterns in the movement of the actual market. It moves so fast.
Okay.
Sometimes charts really don't even matter in that market. Again, this is a matter of personal opinion, and I've spent many
I've
years
actually
watching,
noticed that myself. I've noticed that too. Like, it'll run up, like 5-10 handles and then come down 20, right? And it stays like in this little 20-point range, and then it'll finally break out and move to another direction after some time. But yeah, I've noticed that. So for the scalpers, maybe not a bad market.
Mm-hmm. Not bad at all.
Absolutely.
Always have to worry about liquidity. Sometimes it gets a little too thin. But tape reading is a skill. I've been doing it for many years. I've been doing it for over 20 years. Give it a shot. Get yourself some level 2 data. Read the market. Pick out the patterns in the ladder if you can. You stare at that thing long enough.
So last
you
few
can find
weeks,
anything.
last few weeks I
please.
observed something like 1,000 lots is being put up in the dome, and they are attracting the market towards that area. Then that vanished over there. So I used to see Andrew talking about 1,000 lots popped up, and it's been taken off.
Yep. So I believe in that too a little bit. I feel it's the market's job to provide liquidity, and there's a natural tendency for the market to gravitate to prices where those big resting orders lay. You can see it on Bookmap. You can see it with your level 2 data right on the ladder. But when you get those 500,000 lots resting on the screen, it's almost like a natural magnet for the market to move towards that direction. It's a real thing. So get in there and start looking for those big orders too, and try and pick out those patterns. All right, Ajo, we got about 3 minutes left. Who's watching you right now? Who do you want to say hi to? Does everybody you know that you're on Top Step TV right now?
So anyone watching from India, I have just a big hi to all of you, and start using Top Step. It's not a promotion or something. They are the best. I have done my research on their part. They have done their best part. Okay. And secondly, to my wife, Christia Francis, she will be watching the live, and my friends, SK, Rasi, Jitin, all those people who are on the team. I can't name all of them, although it's all big name, Afsel, all those people are there. Yeah, big shout out to them.
You got a lot of people in the chat right now saying hi to you.
Okay. Hi to everyone.
Very good, very good. All right, Coach Vince, we got 2 minutes left. Any final words for your pupil, Ajo? Nothing, huh? I think we just cut out.
Hello?
Oh, there we are. There we are. We're back.
Yep. I just want to say it was a pleasure having you in the VIP group. You showed up to work. You were always there, taking advantage, learning. I think that's part of the biggest part of it is some people come into it just trying to maybe get resets or whatever it is. You actually took full advantage. You were always there. You showed up. We did the work. It's showing in your account, right? You're maintaining your account. You're taking payouts. It's a beautiful thing. I wish you the best of success moving forward. And we're always here for you, right? You're alumni. So just keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud of you. And, go get it, man. Go get it.
Thank you, Coach. And I just wanted to say my thanks to even GD and Coach Vince for taking me live over the world, I think. So thank you so much.
Oh, It's
Welcome.
been our absolute
You're
pleasure.
welcome.
Thank you so much for coming on, Ju. Again, it's been a pleasure chatting with you.
Okay.
Look forward to having you on again. We'll talk through some more strategy. We'll put some trades on next time too. But appreciate your kind words about Top Step, about your experience in VIP, your experience with Coach Vince. We're not paying Ajo to say these things, by the way, folks. Full disclosure. Everything he said came straight from the heart.
Yep. First thing I told him, just come on, be
Exactly.
yourself. That's it. You know, live TV, everybody.
This is live. We're doing it live. All right, guys. Unfortunately, we are
Thank
out
you
of
so
time for
much.
Lunchbox Trading. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. Our pleasure, I should say. All right, guys. We are out of time for Lunchbox Trading. We are going to step aside and make room for a new rising star. We got a dorm room trader coming in, Vinny from Tennessee. We're going to be training it up. We're going to see what he's up to these days. He's a dorm room trader on a live funded account. First, we've got Jack and Anne-Marie coming in for another game of Top Quiz. So put your thinking caps on. We'll be back in 2 minutes or so. Top Step TV. Let's go.
And an even quarter bid, half bid, the orders bid, even bid. Now I'm a seller. Quarter, half, the orders, and even.
Hated multiple choice.
Yep. Anne Marie was just telling me about how she hates multiple choice. Unfortunately for her, this is Top Quiz. There will be 4 multiple choice questions. You can join the game by clicking that link you see up at the top of the chat. If you are one of the top 5 point getters, if you're a ball knower, you will get an extra entry into season 4 of the VIP program at Top Step. We also draw 20 random people that get 3 questions out of 4 or better. Anne Marie, last week was a rough one for Top Quiz, but it happens.
I'm
to
looking for
everyone.
redemption.
Well, there's
Gotta
at least
redeem myself.
I feel good about this one. As always, the questions are definitely fair, definitely well thought through. I wrote them days ago. So this should be exciting. Check around the markets real quick. We're just kind of hanging around the lows of the session in the ES right now. Kind of found a range down there a little bit. We'll check in on the markets if anything unexpected happens. For a time being, we'll just give you a few more moments here to sign in. Like who dat did, Zay Trades, what's going on? Artemis Fowl, I recognize that name. We'll just give a few more seconds here. Anne Marie, how are you feeling today? Are you well rested and ready to go?
I am never well rested, but always ready to go. How about that? Always
I
ready
like
to
that.
go.
That is the right attitude. Just a few more. We got Cold Soup in the house. Nate Fig, Hostar, Richard, Anne Marie team. All right. Well, we'll give you about 10 more seconds in here. We've had this pinned for a bit. And Anne Marie, are you ready to get this started?
I'm ready.
All right. With that, we are going to start this quiz in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, there's Michael Matak made it. All right.
I know.
Let's
I
do
saw
this.
that.
All right. We're starting this quiz. Keep this moving along. Monday, August 11th, 2025. And here we go. Question number 1 is on August 9th, 1995, this company launched its IPO, becoming the first internet company to go public. 30 years ago, this past weekend, was it AOL, Netscape, Pets.com, or Cisco? I'll give a hint.
Netscape.
Well, I didn't
Is
need to give the
AOL
hint.
the story?
No,
Netscape.
it's Netscape. You are correct.
Yes.
On August 9th, 1995, Netscape went public. Now, Netscape, it opened the day trading like $33, went as high as $79, ended at $58. Do you know what the closing market cap was for Netscape that day?
I do not.
$2.9 billion. Nowadays, we're
Wow.
talking about $4 trillion companies, stuff like that. But yes, it is indeed Netscape. Let's see who was around in 1995. Kevin Guy, trading is a scam. Cool. Cookie FTM, Auto Liquidator, Yo Pops. Trading is a scam. You're in the right place. All right. Next question. Anne Marie is 1 for 1. Let's see it. Who was the lead singer in Led Zeppelin? Is it Roger
I love
Daltrey,
you,
Ray
Jack.
Davies, Steve Perry, or Robert Plant?
I love you, Jack. It is Robert Plant.
Okay. We'll see if that is correct. It
Me and Robert
is
we're like
indeed
this.
Robert Plant. Anne Marie, I told you we weren't going to let you go 0 for 4 this week. Those are respectively the singers for the Who, Kinks, Journey, and Led Zeppelin is Robert Plant. I have a feeling a lot of people out there knew it, but not trading is a scam. He didn't seem to know it. Kevin Guy, Bink, Ya Pops, Hoag's Mustache making an appearance. All right, 2 for 2, Anne-Marie. This is exciting. The last question, not this next one, is kind of bizarre, but I think you'll get it. This next one's pretty straightforward. Last week, President Trump announced that who would be taking Adriana Kugler's vacant seat at the Fed? Is it Kevin Hassett, Elon Musk, Stephen Myran, or Scott Bessent? One of these is
I'm gonna
filling
have to
in until
say it's
January.
Kevin Hassett.
Kevin Hassett? You know, that's where I thought they were going. But Stephen Myran is the correct
Oh,
answer. And I just
no.
learned to pronounce his name.
Oh
He
my
will be serving until the end of the year. Scott Bessent is leading the search for a more permanent replacement. 2 for
interesting.
3, still passing. Kevin Guy, Kieran, Yo Pops, Boomer Brian, good to see ya. Say hello to my fellow Estonians. T-Dog. All right. We got one more question left. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm
Looks
sweating.
like we just made a new low in the ES, bounced off a little bit. But you're all waiting for this last question, so let's do it. Hello, Brian. How's it going in Tallinn? Here we go. The final question. In Bruce Springsteen's Atlantic City, they blew up the Chicken Man in Philly last night. What else did they blow up too? Was it his car, his house, his bike, or his nemesis, the Burger Man?
I'm gonna have to take a wild guess and say his car. I've no clue.
Possibly. They blew up the Chicken Man in Philly last night, and they
His
blew up his house
house?
too. Yes, that is the first line
That's
of
insane.
the Bruce Springsteen song Atlantic City. They blew up his house
Oh,
too. They did not. They had it out for the Chicken Man. But Anne Marie, it's a great improvement. At this rate, you
I
will go
know.
4 for 4 next
It's
week. We'll get it.
yes.
Let's check this leaderboard. Coming in hot in third place is Mount Journey. In 2, RTR. And in first place today is Yo Pops. 4th and 5th,
You know what I figured?
JZM and GTA. These guys both sound like car models. Thanks, Sodbuster. It's my job to make sure that they suck. But there it was last week.
You know
We
what,
will be.
Jack? I think
Yep.
from these questions, I can firmly say that it's a good thing you and I don't mind dead space, because in a conversation together, we probably have a lot of it. Okay, what do I talk about that Jack might know? Because he talks about things I have no idea.
Oh, I mean, you know more than 10 Jacks, that's for sure, Anne Marie. All right. Well, stick
Obviously, we can tell by my
around.
quizzes.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Stick around because coming up next, we got some dorm room trading going on. That is correct. We got Coach J. JD will be chopping it up with Vincenzo or Vinny. I see him in the green room right now. We'll be taking a quick break. This is Tops Up TV. Let's do it.
welcome back to Top Step TV. We got a new guest here. It's the guy all the way on the right. Actually, no, JD, you've been here pretty much all day. It's the guy. It's the guy in the middle here. We got a dorm room trader, Vinny. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Top Step TV. Chat. Welcome, Vinny. Here, Vinny, a dorm room trader trading in an XFA. How we doing, Vinny? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here. Super excited, actually. Been looking forward to this for about a week now.
Awesome stuff. Well, we're happy to have you here. Let's get into the trading first, because you did say you were getting ready to look for a long. Tell us what you're looking at, and then we'll get a little bit about your history. What are you looking at here?
So right here, it's a little weak. We got a naked daily VWAP level at 661.25. So I got that marked out on my chart, just a horizontal line. But I got it marked out there. I'd rather induce down to that level before we go back up long and reclaim some of that liquidity down to the downside, make a new low. I would appreciate the long there more than I do right here. We've kind of been in this big, long range, this volume range for a while now, about a week. So I'm looking for 100% confirmation before I take anything, like always. I try to keep it that way. And so right now, kind of just looks like it's a little bit of an accumulation or a stop hunt move. So I'm just going to wait a little bit till we induce down a little bit more, reclaim liquidity, go back up to the upside, hopefully.
Awesome stuff. Looking at the micro NASDAQ here. I also see that you're on a 3-minute chart. So, Vinny, you're now my new favorite guest that we have on Top Step TV, because every time we put up a poll, the 3-minute gets the least amount of votes. So you're my new favorite guest now. What are you seeing in that 3-minute chart? Do you use other time frames as well? Or do you do most of your analysis on that 3-minute chart?
No, most of my analysis actually comes from higher time frame, right? So higher time frame analysis is always going to be more confident. It's the kind of way I like to put it. You're more confident in a higher time frame. I'm sure everybody has the same sort of trend with that, but 3-minute, I like the 3-minute. It's a little bit better than the 1-minute for me. The 1-minute moves really fast, and a lot of people have a problem with psychology when looking at the 1-minute. They think, hey, it's going the wrong way for a second. We've had 3 candle closes towards the opposite direction of my trade, and I'm getting a little nervous. 3-minute allows me to, get 3, so 3 times 300% increase in the amount of candles I see before I close.